It's a panda mask.
So, Clue's a movie. It's an old movie, 1985. That's about 10 years before I was born. Wow, a long time ago. The first thing I thought going into this movie was the butler did it. Because the butler always does it. I don't know why these people didn't think that. Because it's true. Especially in this movie. I also don't understand why they didn't just call the police and wait for the police to come. I mean, if I was in a house with a murderer, I wouldn't try and find the murderer at all or try and stop the murderer. I would call the police and leave the house. So, yeah, it's a bit outdated. There's this whole thing about communism and capitalism and socialist friends and then war, and there's, like, secrets about war and nuclear reactors and stuff that probably wouldn't happen nowadays. But the movie itself, the way it was made, it seemed to be for a younger audience, even though it's rated 18 plus, which is very weird, I think. It's got this kind of, oh, it's a game, it's a board game, let's play along, who do you think did it? And at the end it had the 3 different scenarios, so you choose which one you want. I think the one that they did end up with was a bit confusing, with every person killing someone except for the FBI agent, but it makes sense because they're all not innocent at all. This movie is kind of funny, but in an awkward way. Like, there are bits where you laugh at how silly it is. It doesn't seem like it should be funny, but it's described as a thriller comedy. So I didn't really see any of those in it, though. It wasn't that scary, but I can see how it could be. So the last 20 minutes was kind of just them reenacting the whole movie, which was a bit kind of repetitive, and it's like, I was there watching it, you don't need to explain it to me again. But that's, I guess, in the keeping within the theory of it's a board game, not an actual movie. And so with him going through, that kind of seemed like a waste of 20 minutes to me. But I guess it's good to help with the people catch up to where they've been in case they've missed something. And then it also helps them make their own decisions. Like, oh, it's definitely that guy who did it. Mr. Green definitely killed him. Or Colonel Mustard did it, or something like that. I don't know. But to me it was just a bit annoying how they repeated it. So after this movie, a lot of these people had some really fantastic careers. Lots of them are now into voice acting. So, like Tim Curry and Christopher Lloyd, they all still do voices for, like, SpongeBob, Young Justice, Ben 10, all these fantastic kids' TV shows. And their voices are really good for it, even though they have gotten older, as you do. They've still kept in business, and that's still really cool, I think. Tim Curry, he was in Rocky Horror Show, so that's 5 cool points for them, I think. And then Ellen Brennan, she was in Will and Grace, so that's like 200 cool points for this movie. So, yeah, movie gets some cool points. But then it also loses a bit, because, you know, it was only alright. But in saying it was only alright, I would probably recommend someone to see it. Not desperately, but it is a fun movie, and I think it would be a fun board game and a fun dinner party if, you know, no one died. So yeah, bye! By the way, really sorry about the dodgy editing. I'm on my iPad and the video editing quality isn't that good. I'd also like to say I really, 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 really hope that next week's movie is this one. Catch Me If You Can. It's probably one of my favourite ones, especially with Leo in it and Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is really cool. So yeah, just hint, hint, nudge, nudge.